shooters, loaders, and casters, welcome to JH586. I'm Jamie. This is our first installment of our 308 load series. To start with, we've got a really nice set of dies right here, the RCBS 308s. First thing we need to do with these is take them apart and clean them, and we'll show you some of that. But we've got to get our brass in shape, and we're going to be using this from Reloader 762, and it's already been deprimed and cleaned. We'll show you all the steps. 1 second, let's get started. You'll need some solvent. This is Hoppy's number 9. I've got some, this is Edge Red, which is my favorite. And but first thing we got to do is we got to take these apart. Now, loosen up these nuts. Our buddy Chad Kelly did a video recently on how to clean dies, but basically you just want to take everything apart. This one right here has it's got a slot for a screwdriver in it, and so what we'll do is we'll take our smallest flat blade and it'll go in this handle right here, and we can just thread that all the way out. We're going to take this and we're going to put some of my Edge Red on here, and then we'll put a little bit more up in there, and we'll just give it a quick scrub. So we'll just clean that real good, and there's a trick to putting that back in. So then we'll take this one apart and do the same thing. And this is our sizing die, small base sizing die. This is our expanding ball, but we're going to take this part off, and we're going to not use that. I don't know if you can see this, but I'll show you. This has a little vent hole right there. You need to get something in there and make sure that's cleaned out. But we can take our flashlight, learn from Bama Dad. Let's see if we can see that the light's shining out so that's clear, so that's good. And my wife's always getting on me about always handling chemicals, so wear gloves, fellas. Don't be like me. And if you want, you can take these outside and blast them with some brake cleaner. That's probably what I should do. All right, so let me finish doing this, get these put back together, and we'll get on to some brass. Okay, I forgot to show y'all this. This is our bullet seating die. Get this good and cleaned off. And we've got the slot right there. So we're going to drop that in there. We're going to take our ink pen, pencil, end of a brush, whatever, and just hold some pressure on that, like that. We'll take our screwdriver, stick it in that hole, find that slot. There it is. And then we'll just thread this out. Now, this is our range pickup brass. These are mostly Lake City. This brass is the brass that my friend shot out of his rifle. And this is the brass that Reloader 762. All of this is military brass except for this. This is Winchester. And we need to take a good look at our brass. You need to inspect your brass. Now this is just tarnish. But what you want to do is you want to look for dents. You especially want to look for cracks right up here around the case mouth. And you need to look right down in here for signs of case head separation. Now these little scratches and little small dents are no big deal. But when it looks like the dent has actually creased the brass, and I learned this from CW, what that's done is opened up the back side, so the physical integrity of your brass is compromised. Throw that crap away, guys. Don't blow your guns up. There's two methods of going about this cleaning thing. We don't want to use our good dye, and these are cleaned and back together. If you run dirty brass up in this dye, you're going to be scratching it. So the two schools of thought here is to clean the brass first and then deprime it with that dye, or you can get yourself the Lee Universal dye, and I've adapted my rock chucker over here to accept the Lee breech lock things, and you can just drop that in there, give it a turn, and you can go ahead and deprime it before you clean it. If you can get it in there. And see, they pop out real easy. And I'm not going to sit here and do all these for you, but they do pop out very. And what the difference is, this one, this is so big in here that the brass doesn't actually touch the side. So it doesn't matter how dirty it is, you're not going to mess this up. Basically, you can deprime, then clean, or you can clean and then deprime. But if you clean, then deprime, you got to do something about your primer pockets. This is a Hornady primer pocket cleaner, which I really like this a whole lot better than the Lee. And the RCBS too, they just look like little screwdriver bits. They're right there. You can see them. There you go. You can see they're just like little screwdriver bits. Okay. And then you just clean that out. And I know you old time guys are, you know, you're beating a dead horse here. Yeah, I get it. And look at that. Nice and clean. So that's your two schools of thought. Now, my point is, you don't have to spend a ton of money to make really good ammo. It's just going to take you a little longer. And so I'm going to flip you around here and show you some of the ways that I clean brass. Stand by. Okay, I apologize in advance. I am holding on to this camera, but you got your vibratory tumbler like this, and you can get these separators, and you will always, it's kind of like a single stage press, you'll always have a use and a purpose for this. But something I just realized making this video, this will actually go right up there on that screw, help you sort your stuff. Next, you got wet tumbling. This is the Harbor Freight unit. Comes with these two containers here, but this, I made this, and if you're going to do this, you're going to have to put some agitators in there to make it flip. You could take a peanut jug or peanut bottle, or better yet, just a mason jar. You see, mason jars have these little slight corners on them, and they actually agitate a little bit better than something that's perfectly round. This is English walnut shells, ground up English walnut shells. This is a 5-quart bag, which you're going to fill that sucker up about at least 3 times, if not 4. This is $8, $8 to $10. So don't be falling for that brand name stuff, guys. We're about saving you some money. Those vibratory tumblers, what I use mine for mostly now is after we lube our cases, and I throw them in there after I size them just to get the lubricant off the case. Let's take just a second to work through some of these hand tools. Now, what you see right here is the basic Lee stuff. What you get in most of your Lee press kits is just this very basic cleaner. You just stick it in there and turn it, and as you can see, it does a sufficient job. You get this tool in there, which is a combination camphor and deburr. So what you would do would be turn it like that on the outside, and it'll knock your burrs off the inside of your case mouth. You can see the little shiny ring right there. Then you turn it over and do that to deburr the outside, or to camphor the outside. Next is this lineman kit. Open this up. This comes with some pretty cool stuff. So you've got the large primer cleaner, the small primer cleaner. You've got a military crimp remover in small and a large, small and a large military crimp primer pocket remover. You've got a camphor tool and a deburring tool. The great thing about this is what they call a VDL, and this is the exact size to take the military crimps out of a 223. So there's that. This is the Lyman Express Case Prep Center. That's about anywhere from $120 to $170, depending on where you buy it and when you can get it on sale. But these handheld options are much more economical. And then the last one, I think I paid $50 for this Hornady set, and it comes with 3 of these, and it also comes with a camphor and deburr tool. This is the best of all of them that I have, except for that VDL, which I have 2 of those, and that thing is awesome. But this works really good. You can put your brushes like this in there, and then it comes also with primer pocket cleaners, a small and a large. And the idea is you mash these 2 tabs together and insert your little blocks, and you can see that. No, you can't really, but just clean that primer pocket, and it is much cleaner than the little single blade. And you can see that it has more of a file type surface on the end of it. So you can see the additional rack up there. Tin Man printed that for me, I'm pretty sure. And you just turn it on and go to town. You can this is your military crimp remover. You can see that took a bunch out of that. Heck yeah, man. So we'll do all of them like that. Then this one over here is a primer pocket unifier, or uniformer, and it makes sure they're all the same depth. And then you've got your camphor tool and your deburr tool, but you'd only use these after you trim. Then, of course, your neck cleaning brush. So if you go online and just do a Google search for brass processing checklist, you can print these out and cut them up, and these are great. What you do is you just, I just check what I've done and throw it in my bag, and then keeps me where I'm at and all that kind of stuff. But apparently Brass Prep's going to take us 2 installments. So next time we'll work on sizing. Guys, we hope the Lord blesses you all real good. Check us out Friday nights at 8 o'clock on the Georgia Shooting Connection channel. And until then, be safe. Have a very wonderful Independence Day. Bye.